ancient China, Egypt, Australia, Asia.
An agreement on sharing scientific discoveries looks closer tonight as Russia and China join talks at the United Nations.
After 28 years in China, Mr. Johnston returned to England.
All right, thanks to my Uncle Tommy in China, we got another chance at this.
A bargain buy from China. 10 cents each.
America has an embargo against China.
Bull in a China shop can be useful, if not aggravating.
Abby, Bunk 8 wants to watch the China Syndrome again, so you have...
Bat in China could have heard that. That's a full gallop.
All right, check Amsterdam, China, and Israel, because that's where the fuck I'm going.
Across the Indian Ocean to Australia and New Zealand, and on to Burma, China, India and Malaya.
China, India, Brazil, silver, oil, copper. Want to own it all.
China. Wow. China is on the offensive.
China has turned its back on me.
China here.
China just threatened to destroy their shell.
China? No, it's a state of America.
China, Syria, Iraq, Iran, the U.S.
And so there are nicks and chips in my wedding china.
You think?
Choose an iPhone made in China by a woman who jumped out of a window and stick it in the pocket of your jacket fresh from a South Asian fire truck.
China, was it?
China! Yeah!
Dear Father, I will find the fastest way back to China to make our village safe once again.
China tea.
Clerks away for business in China.
Ask your sister why this man takes young girls on his border.
Did you know there are more people with genius IQs living in China than there are people of any kind living in the United States?
Don't tell me they're going with China.
Dear Father, I will find the fastest way to China.
Stuck through to China by now.
Crowd favourites, the Mormon Yankees, are set to take on the Russians after their convincing win over China.
China. Toby, that's great.
Yeah, thanks.
China whites. Now be careful on him.
Energon detectors have been triggered as far away as South America and China.
And he even had his own game show in China. He had some...
And I wouldn't trade places with you for all the tea in China.
We'll let China kick our keisters all over the Pacific.
And he brought the first British warship into China and started the Marines.
And what do you call this part of China?
And Greece and China, apparently.
And he urged all other world leaders to unite with China and take a similar stance.
And when you do, you will understand much more about China.
And you want us to make the globes in China?
And a beautiful doll my mother gave me with a China face.
And for us all to make the globes in China?
And now they're saying it's a virus that she picked up in China?
I got on a plane to China.
An hour ago, China mobilized forces.
And unfortunately, what I have to say will be published in every newspaper in China.
Anyway, so there we were in China, just friends, having dinner. Anyway, we were sent off to China.
But that is the Great Wall of China, sir.
And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China.
But the Emperor of China had 1,000 of them.
Bull in a China shop. But then, a family from China wrote to ask why she hadn't got in touch with them.
But Manchuria is still China.
By May 1919, when I received my appointment, China was in turmoil.
Annie Blossom owns the China Gate, but her real job is running rackets for the Ching Tang Triad out of the restaurant. And your girl belongs to them.
A war which had entered its 8th terrible year in China, which had raged for 3 years and 9 months for America and Britain.
But I want you to watch China very closely for the next 10 minutes.
Annie Blossom has these girls at China Gate.
Bon voyage, and safe journey back to China.
Best not to tangle with the police in China and Russia.
Because we are an international show, and because there are over 1.2 billion people in China, they have asked me to briefly speak about this category in Mandarin Chinese.
Besides which, the Bank of China left interest rates unchanged.
Between China and the Middle East.
But now he's growing up, he may wonder why he is the only person in China who may not walk out of his own front door.
China and Russia are off the grid. They are.
China, away!
China, come on!
China and the Soviet Union will go back home.
Does not respond well to advice.
Pull out the barrel.
Captain Lau, China has been integral to the Earth Space Defense Program. Is there...
China? China?
China, come on.
China for the wise.
Now, China has called an emergency press conference.
by your 9th birthday, I was running black ops into China. My men were responsible for over 200 enemy kills.
Comrade Lee is now a free citizen of the People's Republic of China.
We're here all the way to China.
Carbon fiber, 28 caliber, made in China.
47 in northern Laos and southern China.
From the Philippines to Bangladesh, and China and India, and South America too.
Exhibition tournaments in Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, maybe China, and then South Africa.
First Lady, I'm sorry I pimp slapped you into that China cabinet.
For China.
God, did you see that stuff on the news last night about that earthquake in China? Ooh.
From Rome, China, Siam, Persia.
Here's China. Here's India.
You also keep it bottled up in the monasteries in China.
No, my husband will divorce me. We're going to China.
For the past 2 years, we've known there was a mole inside the State Department selling secrets to the Chinese.
Gentlemen, I want you to know I'm not going to let Vietnam go like China.
Following the failure of diplomatic efforts at the United Nations, China has confirmed that its language experts have tonight delivered an ultimatum.
Back to China, are you?
Guard to China!
Guy's got jewelry, he's got a coin collection, he's got China.
You did the whole of China, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we're new China. How's it?
I didn't know they take SATs in China.
He won a national math competition in China.
He was stationed in China at the end of World War II.
I can see China now. And I hope they can see us.
They confirmed this comes at a bad time for an administration which is in the middle of trade negotiations.
I had dug his grave every time one of you geniuses told me he was gonna die. I'd be eating fucking chop suey in China by now.
If it's good enough for the Dowager Empress of China, then it's good enough for the Ascot.
Him and half of China.
If you went out on the streets of China today and people knew who you were, somebody would probably try to kill you.
When people come from different parts of Laos, Thailand, and China.
Ha! I happen to know that you recently recovered from an illness. That you smoke a pipe. Probably rosewood. And you spent time in China.
Xian Qian, People's Republic of China, cultural attaché to the UN. In fact, a member of Chinese intel.
Hey, you guys, if we keep going this far down, we'll reach China. Hey,
No, I'm sorry.
I don't think you can have 2 girls in China.
I'm giving this silver to Michael and Lorraine. So you and Anne have to decide who wants the china and who wants the crystal.
China, the bait.
Iraq, China, North Korea, Indonesia, Israel.
I hate China.
I imagined helping you pick out your silver and flatware, your china, and helping you pick out your dress.
I'll tell you why they haven't declared war on China.
I just set out the good China. Back to China.
I'm going back to China.
I tell you what, I'm into new shit now. Lately, Dougie, my new thing, I'm all about going fucking door to door, selling fucking China doors.
I'm like an elephant in a China shop.
In China, he was chief of the warlocks called Wu.
In China, girls are not necessary.
In China, I can understand, or Russia, or Iran.
In China, Lao Security Investment stands for Dynamic New Growth.
In China, there's a magician who can make anything disappear. A house, a wagon, anything.
In little over a month, that man could be in China.
In a statement, General Shang said, China no longer trusts the aliens who want to divide us.
I was wondering if you remember that China doll.
Karate come from China, 16th century.
To government offices in eastern China.
I think we're in China.
There was a complete line running all the way from China to India.
I was thinking, if I was a real emperor, I would become the ruler of China now.
I will say, as one of the few individuals who could probably cozy up to communist China without fear of major political costs.
Last night on Wall Street and swept through Japan, China, India, and Europe after one of the worst days on global stock markets in a long time. In the year 2040, ladies and gentlemen, China will be the big player, the big dog, America not.
It's just nice to be sitting at a table, set with fine china.
Wow, bull in a china shop.
I see patterned tablecloths and, china figurines and, lace doilies.
I think that if I can make a bundle of cash before I'm 30 and get out of this racket, I'll be able to ride my motorcycle across China.
Manchukuo, the Japanese bastion in North China, was still ruled by the puppet emperor Wu Yi.
I wasn't talking about China anymore. I was talking about me.
Made in China. Is this thing not even real?
It's English Channel, not the China Seas.
Maybe just that sticker's made in China.
McKee, China Gate order letter. You drop off.
McKee's over at the China Gate, taking on the Qinghu Tong by himself.
It means it's from China.
Mr. Darcy.
Made in China, even though it's supposed to be Japanese, so...
I shouldn't be in China?
Like a big old plate of China.
It's an old name for China.
I'm from the future. You should go to China.
It is vital that we get China on side.
Mimi, the giant panda recently arrived at the Moscow Zoo as a gift from the People's Republic of China, might just be pregnant.
It's like actual China.
I spoke to Clark. He's going to be at the airport tonight, headed back to China.
Is it China? I used to go with Zabel to China.
I was the Emperor of China.
Oh, well, I guess we could always make them in China?
Not China. Not yet.
Our doctor's in China, and the only really good nurse we had...
Russia will launch, China will launch. Russia, North Korea, India, Israel, China.
Randy, will you eat? There are starving people in China.
Not that that means much when your competition's a bunch of rice rockets.
Not China.
Opium killed my mother. Opium destroyed China.
Pills. China whites, doves or burgers.
No. I'm going to Thailand. And India, China, Japan, maybe even Tahiti. My favorite China. Mom.
School's out, China. Let's drink.
Finally saved enough money for a trip to China. In fact, she should have left the week before.
Okay, when it comes to China, we are late to the party. China's top.
Pretend that the numbers I'm pushing around have nothing to do with the BP spill or sweatshops in China.
Russia, China, England, Israel, India.
Outside China is now a republic with a president.
And she was flown to a high-security prison near Suqiao, eastern China.
My grandmother used to call that a Chinaman.
People never thought China would do that much business with the US.
The guy says he hears Costello's moving the process to China.
And over in China, they all want to eat macaroni and cheese.
She was in China, looking at orphans, but none of her entourage are having any problems.
Jesus, the target's mainland China.
Oh, that wall.
China isn't our war.
Shouldn't you be packing for China?
Nagasaki is the seaport regarded as Japan's gateway to China. Just over 500 miles from Shanghai.
There's a sat line here dialing China.
Once in China. You don't got these in China?
Okay, I'm attacking China from Mongolia.
Oh, come on. It was a flipping toilet till you took the China out.
There's been an arms embargo against China since Tiananmen Square.
So, you were helping kids in China?
So when I stuff you down the toilet, search and rescue will know where to find you between China and North Korea. First, the darn thing's made in China, for cripe's sake, but... You know, when you've been married as long as we have, if you're looking for anything to spice things up a bit.
The China had never been used.
So you came charging in like a bull in a china shop.
The Legend of Lu Mei. In 1910, bubonic plague swept through mainland China.
The same way that I can tell you've recently recovered from an illness, smoked a pipe, probably rosewood, and had spent some time in China.
The Telegraph has a cartoon of you teetering on the Great Wall of China, suggesting that you are the only political fuck-up visible from space.
The only countries with this kind of capability are Russia, North Korea, maybe China.
There's been an incident in China.
The audience left long ago when China became a republic. They fought to keep order and justice in China.
Chinese people remember those foreigners who helped China during her struggle.
Some congressman wanted to meet with the delegation before they went to China.
Sorry about your mother's China.
The point is, we were in China, and that's practically sufficient.
They haven't declared war on China.
That they can't own us like they own a little China girl.
The real threats will come from China, Russia, Iran, and there'll come as sequel injections and malware.
They asked him about our friends, our books, our China years, our patriotism.
There are really more people in China with genius IQs than the entire...
You must be the pilot China sent.
That's a tour from China, connecting to Orlando.
The Emperor of China?
The ex-emperor and his wife.
There isn't enough air for you in the whole of China, isn't that it?
Respect for them. Speaking of which, when he gets back from Russia and China,
We'll get you two together for some FaceTime, let you...
Taj Mahal, Great Wall of China, are you kidding me?
There's an old Vulcan proverb. Only Nixon could go to China.
These talks with China are of paramount importance.
These were originally handcrafted for the Grand Wizard of China back in the 4th century. Now, these, of course, aren't.
Southern China. We never admitted we sent troops into China.
So, why China?
Traditionally, China has been impervious to our concerns, but I believe Xi Jinping, given the opportunity, can and will help defuse this situation. Vortex's paymasters have been arrested, and China has expressed its gratitude to both Britain and the Serpent.
Was known for this 3% product, yet the report says what killed him was pure China White number 4.
This is not feudal China.
This is China for you, baby!
This isn't about China, is it?
They're moving all their print work to China.
This right here is the brand new China that you guys so kindly sent to them.
Time to lock up your China. The boys are at it again.
Toby, how was China?
This is a Phalaenopsis, moth orchid I brought over from China.
Toby is going to China.
This just in from China.
In China. International Goji.
Tonight, China becomes the first world power to declare war against the aliens.
See, they were in the business of exporting steel to China.
This is made in China.
First, an awful lot of people live in China, but here's my question.
We will take China, Hong Kong, Indochina, Siam, Malaya, Singapore.
When he wasn't with women, he was collecting China.
What's your name?
China, excuse me.
What? The China or the crystal?
The pilot of China's.
Well, you know, you might as well pray for them poor people over in China, because they needed a hell of a lot more than I do.
What the hell you have in here?
None of this China.
Cheaper to get steel from China.
We lost China.
You know, I came back to China to teach engineering.
Why not leak it and throw the spotlight on China and buy us some time?
With Manchu Kuo now firmly in their grasp, the Japanese soon controlled most of North China.
Yeah, well, the 15 band closes down at night, but during the day you can shoot a band with China if you want.
Well, speaking of Nixon, I just talked to Kissinger, who was going on about the end of the China embargo.
No monastery in China.
What was Bishop doing in China?
We're all something different in China. That's why we came.
What happened to Tony's in China?
This is bad. Get your clothes up.
When I was a kid, I used to think I could dig my way to China.
Why is this made in China?
It's not the Bill of Rights. Maybe more like China.
You could have sold it to North Korea, China, Iran, or gone right to the black market.
Men, we're working for a new China.
Fuck that means you moved to China.
I know guy, his name is Chuck.
You know, Spain's only China.
When we were in China, my father here was always waxing lyrical about his wee home in the glen.
We bombed a building owned by the Chinese government.
I am the People's Republic of China.
Who would make his snow globe out of China?
Russia and Sudan are following China. Let's just say he's got the finesse of a bull in a china shop.
Want the details?
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for all the tea in China. You were in China.
How was that, by the way?
You're in the Great China Air First Class Lounge, man.
They're selling secrets to the Chinese. You to escape to China and you to travel the world to further your impressionistic humbug.
You're a bull in a china shop, but we follow you anywhere, to the Sox.
Adela has a personal vendetta against your wedding, China? You should go to China.
I'm going to France.
You mean, something along the lines of China White?
Should have gone to China.
You were born in Guangxi, China.
You, Tanner, Banks, Washington, every other homeowner and investor from here to China turned my life.
You, sir, have already put them at a decided social disadvantage by insisting they do their combat training in China as opposed to Japan.